thought the second half we did a much better job. We played with some toughness. I thought that, especially as we were going down the stretch when we had to make plays and make defensive stops, I thought our 3-2 zone really made the difference. We made them shoot with a hand over our face, a hand in their face. But I wasn't happy the first half because they scored a lot of points in the paint, and we had to kind of had to make some adjustments going in that 3-2 zone. We tried to protect Tyrann, Anthony Holiday, as well as Donovan Ross. So they kind of put us in a bind to go in the zone to protect them, but it ended up working out all right. We had worked on a 3-2 zone. Coach Anderson did a good job with his scout. He picked up. A couple other teams did a good job defensively in the 3-2. They couldn't execute their offense. When you're playing man-to-man against this team, you'll get beat up because they do a good job in their system. Their system team, they run that motion quite a bit, and they run it quite well. And you have to be disciplined defensively. If not, they'll hit you with a backdoor or a curl, knock down a shot. But I really thought second half our guys fought hard. I thought we imposed our will on a good Nicholls team.
Coach, you look at it from the broader picture. Donovan Ross fouls out, Tyrann fouls out. Most people would think you guys don't win that game. What was the difference tonight, though?
It was a collective effort again. I mean, we talk about being strong together, and when we go to the bench, other people have to step up. We got confidence on the guys we put in the game. Even though those two guys are key guys for us, other guys know their roles, and we expect them to, they don't have to score to be effective or efficient. As long as they do the little thing, the grunt work, that's a big key for us. But Marcus Owens, for instance, he's normally a pretty good shooter. He didn't contribute, didn't make much of a contribution shooting the basketball, but he did make a contribution on the board. Did a great job from a guard position, getting 10 rebounds. Booz, he doesn't play like a freshman, but I thought Holiday came the second half. He pretty much put us on his back and carried us early on in the second half.
What did you tell them at halftime that you think helped make the difference?
Happy New Year.
Coach, how do you feel about your team at this point starting conference like we have? Ran into a team at the first that pretty well played you even up, and then you went in and made the adjustments at halftime, and then they came back out and took control of the game. How do you feel about that as far as the maturity of your players starting to gel as a team?
Well, we're proud of the fact that this team understands we will be good when our effort is good. When the effort is not good and we don't play with the intensity, then we normally don't play well. So that I would answer your question, though. We did win press, so we felt like we got out scrapped the first half. In the second half, we just felt we had to exceed their effort. We couldn't match it. We had to exceed their effort. But we also had to take care of the basketball. I think we had like 16 turnovers in the first half. And it was important. If we took care of the basketball and played stop defense, that we would have a chance to win the game. And so that's basically what we told them in halftime.
Do you feel that team is just feeling the confidence now that they have 5 straight wins out there?
I don't know how confident we are, but I do know that the mood is very good right now. Anytime you get a win, it serves a mental health. Guys go into practice, everybody's in a better mood, they work harder for you. We did ask our players to try to take care of our home court, and protect it as much as you can. And they were very determined tonight not to lose at home. But yeah, anytime you win, it builds confidence, and I think we're playing with a lot more confidence than when we did in November when we were getting beat.
Coach, speaking of home, how did it feel to you as a coach, and I'm sure the team appreciated it, that once we kinda got to where we were back in the game and took the lead, then the crowd really got involved. And I'm sure that's gotta be a great feeling for you as a coach and as the team.
You know, it's a big part of having a home court advantage. The fans have got to be that sixth man. Again, I know it sounds a little bit corny, but we all got to be strong together. Not just the team, but the fans got to be in there, and they got to get into the game. Our bench, if you watched our bench was more into it than anybody. They were encouraging each other, and this team have a lot of love and they care about each other. And even though maybe one guy didn't play as much, he's always encouraging the other guy. If you guys watch during the course of the year, our bench really, they're very positive with each other in terms of encouraging each other. But it's a collective effort with this team. We don't have superstars. We got a group of guys that they understand we're trying to change a culture. They want to be a big part of that change. We don't want to get too high about, this is just one game. We got like 17 more games to play. So for us, it's one game at a time, and they don't get too high because they won one game. I won't let them get too high.
You touched on protecting the home court, but how do you keep things rolling as now you hit the road?
I don't know. We're just going to have to play the way Lamar plays basketball, and that's with a lot of intensity. Try to create turnovers, turn points into turnovers. We got knockdown shots, and we can't get caught up into playing in a hostile environment. We just got to continue to execute. We got to get a contribution from our bench. We've been getting that pretty much all year, and we've got to be very poised when you play on the road. It's very tough to win on the road, but I'd rather go to New Orleans with a win than going to New Orleans after a loss. So we will go in there with a little bit more confidence and somewhat of a swagger.
You're gonna try to keep away from the beignets over there?
Well, I lived there, so I know I gained about 100 pounds when I was there. So I try to stay away from it. Coach Anderson lived there too, and we will probably get some gumbo probably while we're there. But we're going there to do one thing. It's a business trip, and we're going there to try to win a basketball game.